I think you get to that certain point where you at times are very certain of where it is that you're wanting to head or what career you're wanting to do. And then, there's other times where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm 25, what am I doing? You're in that mid-range of you're not a kid anymore, you're not quite yet a full adult, or maybe you are, but I never want to think that way. But it's a little scary sometimes. You're like, I'm halfway to being 50, and then from there, it's always those midlife times in your life where you sort of have a lot of reflecting. I did have one of those sort of meltdowns. But what helped me and what I did do back then, I did write a letter to myself. I was a big fan of visualizing things that I wanted to manifest into my life. And I did. I had these vision boards. I had really specific goals that I wanted to achieve within certain amounts of times. And after I'd write them down, I would focus on them and put a lot of work in, obviously. That is the major player in that point, but I really worked hard towards what it was that I wanted. And I believed that I was going to be able to do that. I didn't want to have a plan B ever. And so I just kept going, and when I came back, I auditioned for the show. I think more so for yourself so you can just remember where you're wanting to head and why, what's the reason of all this. There are some nights when we are shooting late or I'm just very tired from traveling. I come back and I'm like, oh my gosh. But I have the vision board. It's in my bedroom. I look at it and then I'm like, okay, this is the direction. There's a bigger purpose for why I'm working so hard, and for what I want to use my platform to do. And so, it reminds me, and it also inspires me to keep going when there are certain moments where I do get tired.